team that will win tonight.
The lefty Mondic sent that in. He had 5 aces last night. Both teams did well from the service line. Mellon up for Werner. Big swing. And he misfires, so Sacred Heart will take the first point. Alexa Mondic now up over half a service ace per set, which, if you're unfamiliar with volleyball stats, that is a super high number. And he gets one right here, right down the middle to make it 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, last night it seemed like almost every time Alexa Mondic stepped on the service line, there was an ace, so he's definitely got that an arm.
Chow with the adjustment. Kelly feeds Werner, blocked. And a nice start for Sacred Heart. They'll take another. Flynn was a problem at the pin. There are 6 Tigers seniors being honored today, and a little extra festive here in Dillon. Ryan Vina, he's one of them. He just served it. Kelly, set up Mellon. And they'll get a violation on Mellon on that swing, so they'll shut it down to make it 4-1. Aaron Johnson, one of the leading shot blockers in the EIVA. Kelly for Whitfield. Baranek blocked. Mondic has to send over a free ball. Kelly, he's got Whitfield, and the Tigers take a point. Princeton in the loss last night won 9 more points than Sacred Heart, and they out-hit them 338 to 272. Werner, a thumping serve. Dosanjh short set. Kept alive. Mellon had the dig. He had a double-double last night with 18 kills and 10 digs. Whitfield got his hands on it, but that will stretch to the side. The force of the block went all the way to the ceiling here, and Jaron Pop will get the kill. Here's Flynn. Kelly, get Werner going. That was pinpoint pass. Baranek. Kelly, up for angling, and it was blocked right off him. Dosanjh, a setter, but he can do more than just set. He gets the point for the Pios. Nice start here for Sacred Heart as they look to head back to Fairfield, Connecticut with a sweep of the Tigers. Kelly on the joust, well done. Soares flips it over. Finds Mellon. Dosanjh for Mondic. Off the high hands. Kelly, he wants Mellon. And blocked back, Mondic. And we'll see Wells come on. He sat much of the back end of last night's match. After Princeton got down 2-0, they took him out. Went with a different look. But Wells, the opposing 6'8" figures, had a really nice sophomore year. He's out on the floor for the Tigers. Kelly immediately sets him, and Wells gets the kill. Junior setter Nolan Kelly. Dosanjh went for Flynn. Werner has the dig. There's Mellon. Werner again. Kelly for Mellon. Puts it down. So Princeton gets on a little roll here after falling behind 8-3. Try and make it 3 consecutive points. Dosanjh for Mandic. It's almost like they ran a little misdirection there. Mellon with the finesse. And a free ball here. Chow leaves it up. Mellon on the run, and that's off the antenna, off of Sacred Heart. It's a Tiger point. Owen Mellon had one of the best games of his career last night in that near Tiger comeback. He sets it up for Werner. He got that through the block.
Yeah, I think one thing that definitely helped Princeton in the latter half of that game last night is their hustle on defense and how relentless they were, getting every ball and not letting any ball drop. And we see that a little bit as they're starting to clean up their game in this first set. And it's definitely going to work to their advantage if they continue.
Dosanjh backsets Flynn. Big swing and a kill for Zach Flynn at opposite. So Sacred Heart by 3, maintaining the lead. Armand Dosanjh. Here's Kelly on the set. Will feed Werner, blocked. Flynn, a high flyer, getting up there to get the point for the Pioneers.
Yeah, and I think that's either the 3rd or 4th block for Sacred Heart today, so that definitely changes the momentum and gets in Princeton's front row heads.
And Vina splits the defense. Yeah, to that last point, blocks are 4-0 in favor of Sacred Heart. So this is a massive start for the Pioneer block. Here's Wells. Dosanjh. Located the lefty Mandic. Princeton had trouble finding the ball. Dosanjh. And Baranek into the bottom of the net. So teams trading punches here in the first set. Wells. Dosanjh back for Mandic. Mellon wants Werner. Got it over the triple. Try Mandic. Wells hits the floor. Active hands by both parties. But wide from Werner, it hit the Pioneers.
Yeah, for the women's team, that was a great night, and it was also a little bit emotional for some people, but all in all, it was a good, positive experience. So
6 Tiger seniors here today. And Flynn zips it through for the point. And 13-9 Sacred Heart. Mandic serve it. Off of Chow, it comes back to Johnson. We'll set Baranek. Here's Vina. Put a little something extra on that one. Ryan Vina, the kill for the Tigers. And Mason Rice back out there. We saw him come off the bench and really inject some life into this Tigers team last night. And the sophomore reigning all-EIVA second teamers missed much of the year. He's back out front for Princeton here. Right in the middle of that stack with Warner and Whitfield. Vina serves. Sanch for Baranek. Rowan Alvear in at libero. Whitfield sets Warner. Another set from the middle, Whitfield. Dosanjh for Johnson. And that's a kill for the Pios. They're up 4. Princeton freshman setter Sebastian Dast will come on.
Yeah, and last night we saw Dast and Mason Rice come in, and they definitely brought a lot of energy to the court, and despite their age, they were able to really improve how Princeton's chances were looking. So.
And that's a big one for Mondic. Final home match for Princeton this year. Andrew Warner serving, one of the 6 seniors in this class. Big serve from him. Soares, the libero, made a fine play on it. Rice unloads. Pop blocked. Baranek into the block. A triple block from the Tigers closes the point down. Off of Mellon, it shoots right back across. They'll set him. And Flynn overcooks it. Tiger point. Princeton within 3. They've trailed by as much as 5 this set.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of service errors last night as well. I think both teams are just trying their best to get the other team out of sorts.
29 of them combined last night in that 5-setter. Nice serve there from Whitfield. And somehow got over. Dast. They set Warner out of the back row, and he misses. Untouched. Sacred Heart point. A lot of scramble plays from both teams last night, and more of the same here in this first set today. Serve from Baranek. Finds the spot. That's an ace. Jaron Pop. Comes out to Warner. Feeds Mellon. And Mellon, the Princeton point. Owen Mellon. Dosanjh. And that finds the back row. Mondic the kill. His 3rd of the frame.
I mean, Sacred Heart, their passing has just been almost perfect today, and you don't see them getting ace very often.
Dast the bump set for Warner. And he tools the block for the point. Sit 6 points back of Sacred Heart late in the set. Mondic rips one at Mellon. Rice to Warner. Dosanjh. He's got Baranek. And they'll say that was touched. So use the substitution there. Mondic serves it. Kelly for Whitfield. Puts it down.
You see what Princeton's able to do when they get a good pass, perfect to Nolan Kelly. They're really able to terminate.
And Chow back in at libero. Senior from New Zealand, part of this class honored prior to the start of this match. Here's Vina. Dosanjh locates. Baranek into the block. Bump set by Soares. Miscommunication there. Kelly. So Warner in attack mode. Comes back over and out. Princeton point. So Princeton makes the change. They get a couple points in a row here. Vina. Dosanjh, short set for Johnson. Soars. And the soft shot work to perfection by Baranek. It is set point, Sacred Heart. So Crouch will come in as a serving sub. Crouch takes a look up, trying to put the set away for Sacred Heart. Chow. Werner. For Flynn, blocked. Mellon gets the point. Princeton hangs in there within 5. And Johnson will take the spot of Crouch on Sacred Heart's side. Andrew Werner. And it's set 1 to the Sacred Heart Pioneers.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more unforced errors this game, especially from the service line.
Dosanjh for Soars. Mondic. He's got it down the line. Kelly. Scampina seeps that through. Mondic, tough angle. Chow leaves it back into play, and a free ball here. Johnson going to work. Sacred Heart picking up where they left off after a 6-point win in the first set. Dosanjh to Mondic. Jousted it through a double. Set Werner. Vina. And that misses. A 4th straight for Sacred Heart to begin the set. And for Princeton, you figure for them to kind of get clicking again, they're going to need their serve to get going. No aces in the first of 5 service errors. And Werner rips that one for a point. Here is Andrew Werner. 5 kills for him. Leading the way on Princeton's side. Dosanjh feeds Flynn. Move the block over, but Mondic, a little hit it where they ain't. 5-1. In warm-ups, he was really going, sorry about that, Taylor. He was really going in warm-ups, a lot of those cross-court soft shots.
Yeah.
You could see the location there.
Yeah, and you could see him during warm-ups also. He was definitely planning some of these shots. And I think that's one of Sacred Heart's strengths, is really being able to terminate when out of system and when in system. It just overwhelms the other team.
Johnson stacks up a kill and an early 5-point advantage here in set 2. Set 2 last night, they were up 9-1. They cruised in that one. Princeton would get a little something going late in the set that carried over to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but they won at 25-19. So trying to add to the separation here. Mellon blocked, and Sacred Heart likes that. And Mason Rice back in for Princeton.
Lots of subs on Princeton's side, much like last night, and I think Sam Schweisky likes to mix it up a little bit, get different looks on the court, and last night it proved to help Princeton a little bit, but in the end, Sacred Heart was able to.
And Warner takes advantage of the double contacts. Whitfield serving, Princeton trailing by 5. Went for the hard serve and it worked out there. Set up angling. Baranek flips it over. Kelly for Rice, blocked, point. Flynn and Johnson team up. Kelly comes out for Dast, another Princeton sub. So it's Dast, Wells, Rice, Warner, Engling, and the libero, Chow. Johnson serving with Mondic, Dosanch, Baranek, Pop, and Flynn in there. Angling wide. A 5-set win where they were able to hold off a Princeton reverse sweep attempt. Win set 1 here today. They concede the point there. Mason Rice with.
Yeah, and even though it's early in this set, I still think it's going to be a battle trying to get out of this hole for Princeton, and Sacred Heart has not given them much leeway to do so.
Rice. He finds the spot, Mason Rice. It is their 8th. What effort. You couldn't even see it. There you see Chow coming back off the bleachers. But it's an ace. That's the 3rd for Sacred Heart. Baranek's 2nd of the day. Dast angling. Wove it through. Mondic soft shot. Rice for Warner. That was a really nice rally. Warner terminates the point.
Yeah, you see both teams there showing 100% defensive effort. I mean, Sacred Heart's defense is very impressive, and they're able to really better the ball in the second touch as well, giving great out-of-system sets, but I think Princeton is starting to figure out their tricks.
Ethan Wells takes a breath. Sophomore serves it in play. And Mondic misses. So Princeton is 6 back here. Second set last night was Princeton's roughest of the evening. Like to fare a little better in this one, but it's not gotten off to a hot start. Sacred Heart has at least been able to win a few points on its serve. Angling denied. It is Johnson with the help of Mondic. Dosanch. Dast underneath for Whitfield. A little something extra on that one. Whitfield's 3rd kill of the day. Princeton, no aces, 9 service errors. Conversely, Sacred Heart, 3 aces, 4 errors on serve. Here is Warner. Dosanch for Johnson. And he went right into the net. Tigers within 6.
Yeah, so there is a possibility for them to close this gap, but they would definitely have to play extremely clean.
Mondich blocked. Dosanjh feeds him again. And it's a Sacred Heart point. Princeton did a lot right there, but Sacred Heart wins out. And Austin Kirker, the senior from East Moline, Illinois, there in the Quad Cities between Illinois and Iowa, comes out there. Getting in for the 2nd time this season on his senior campaign. It's an ace, who when his serve is on is as good as anybody that's wearing black today. Wells puts it down. So it starts with the Whitfield serve. We'll try and do it again. A point for Baranek and Sacred Heart. Here's Aaron Johnson with the Pioneers up 7. Dast. Rice. He got up sky high for that one. Mason Rice puts another kill down this set. Mason Rice now up to 3 kills this set. Sebastian Dast. Dosanjh. Baranek blocked. And Princeton claims the point. Angling meets in the middle with Wells.
Yeah, that's one of the first blocks for Princeton this set, and I definitely think that could change their momentum if they continue on this run. They could give themselves a chance.
Yeah, they're being outblocked 7-2 on the day, but they get a big one there. Dosanjh turn that over to Flynn. Alvear up for Rice. And a free ball for the Tigers. Rice denied. Flynn and Pop winning the battle on the block for Sacred Heart.
Yeah, seems like everything Princeton does, Sacred Heart is just able to give it right back to them.
First we're seeing of Carter Lyons today. He'll come on wearing 5 in white. Senior from Hinsdale, Illinois. And it's Flynn. Dast waits for it. He's got Wells, but the high hand slowed that one down. And there's Baranek. And the Sacred Heart sideline is loving this. They're up 7. Princeton's got no timeouts, and they're 5 points away for the second straight day, being up 2-0 on Princeton. Kelly, Rice. Alvear. Source doing his job at libero. And it's Lyons to finish off the point.
Yeah, I mean, just the defense from on Sacred Heart's side, it's just like no matter how hard the swing, they're able to get a touch on it and pop it up.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Harrison Soares as much, but second in the EIVA in digs per set, nearly 2 per frame, and feels like every time he's called into action, he's stepping up with a big play for the Pioneers. It's Flynn. Kelly for angling. And Lions tried to make the play. It is an angling kill and a Tiger point. So Rice with this set winding down. And Princeton needing a spark. Set, Jaron Pop. The lead at 8, and Sacred Heart is rolling right now. Baranek. That's an ace. Ambrose angling. Dosanch. Mondic blocked. Flynn. Kept alive for Warner. And punched up for Mondic. Loops it over the top, but there in the back row is Mason Rice hitting the deck.
Yeah, a lot of great digs already in this play.
And it is Mondic that closes the door on the second. With a couple aces leading the charge for the Sacred Heart Pioneers. Sacred Heart starting the third with another point, and it's Baranek delivering down the middle. Last night, they let Princeton get back into it, and Princeton nearly came away with the reverse sweep. We'll see if Sacred Heart can close the door a little better this time, and they win the first two of the third with Mondic. Dosanch for Johnson. Rice. Nice long rally here. And they tool the block for the point, 3-1. Here's Johnson. And Flynn scores one to make it 4-1.
Yeah, pretty good start for Sacred Heart. It seems like they're carrying that momentum from the first two sets into this third, and so Princeton's going to have to respond quick if they want to pull out a win in this third.
Kelly, Whitfield, Chow, Warner, Rice, and Mellon. He's the group out there for Princeton right now. Aaron Johnson lets it loose. Overpass. And another point. Baranek, too easy. One disadvantage here early in the third. Rice, long. Johnson serving. Got the bounce. Chow for Rice. And it's looped over. Off the free ball, Warner caps the point off in Princeton's favor. And the senior day festivities bringing out a nice crowd here to Dillon. They honor the six-man class prior to the start of this match. 3 of the 6 are on the court right now for Princeton. Kelly tried to flick it back to Whitfield, but the delivery was not there. Kelly for Mellon. Powers it down for the Princeton point. And they get within 4 here. Whitfield looks to get them rolling.
And even though, like you said, Princeton has been out of system a lot, they have to find a way to get their best hitters involved. I mean, we haven't seen as much of Mellon tonight as we did last night, and I think that definitely makes a difference in the score and their offense.
Nice hustle play from Mellon Kelly. And Warner drops it in the bucket. The roll shot for the point. Great effort, but to no avail. Sacred Heart point.
Back to serve, number 4, Jaron
Pop, accurate serve, and an overpass and a dunk. It's Johnson to wrap up the point. Mellon. Johnson, big rip.
Johnson with the winner. Pioneers. Server number 7, Armand Dusach.
Ryan Vina ignites the crowd with the kill. That was the 12th service error for Princeton tonight. Kelly, oh, he went for the dump, but Johnson read it. And the Pios extend the lead.
Yeah, and I think what really is making the difference right now is the passing. I mean, you see Sacred Heart and Harrison Soares has made little to no errors in his serve-receive game, and I think Princeton's definitely struggling on the back line to return some of these hard-driven serves.
Mellon was calling for a touch. Mondic has been lethal on the serve. Kelly for Rice. Was that deflected? Yes. Princeton point. Tigers within 6. Off the tape. There's Sanch for Flynn. Mellon blocked. Effort there from Warner. And Rice puts it down with the offhand.
One thing Mason Rice will always bring is the energy. I mean, you definitely see how excited he gets after every point and how collected he stays even after mistakes. And so I think he's definitely a great addition in this lineup.
And Ryan Vina gives Princeton its first ace of the outing. Sanch sets the middle, Pop, the point. Lead up to 5 for the Pioneers. They're serving. It's Zach Flynn. Kelly, they ran the slide for Whitfield. Pop it over there for Mellon. So Sanch for Jaron Pop. And Tristan Whitfield standing tall on the block.
That's definitely a big play for Princeton. Like you said, we haven't seen many blocks from them today.
Being outblocked 9-3 for the day. Mason Rice serving. Need to string a few in a row here. That was a powerful serve and a Mason Rice ace. Princeton not going away. 3 back here. Dosanjh. And the block out of play was tooled by Baranek.
Back to serve number 17, Peter Baranek.
4-point lead. Peter Baranek. Kelly. Back row attack for Rice. And it's a Sacred Heart point.
And so we saw Princeton trying to close the gap here, but it seems like Sacred Heart is really starting to pull away. So Princeton definitely needs to respond quick.
Baranek. Go to Whitfield. And Tristan Whitfield, another kill.
Back to serve number 16, Tristan Whitfield.
Strong serve from Whitfield. And Dosanjh with an excellent play to clean that up for Sacred Heart. Here's Jack Crouch. Warner wants Mellon. Dosanjh out there for Mandic. That's a big-time termination from the Bosnian junior. Alexa Mandic is a problem. He's got 10 kills along with 8 digs, 3 aces for a match high 14.5 points. Mellon gets the point for Princeton. Sacred Heart's got 11 of its own. Kelly for Vina. Pumps it down. Ryan Vina the kill.
Destroys it. Point, Princeton. Back to serve number 17, Andrew Warner.
Warner, the high point man for Princeton in this one. And he's taken by far the most swings on the team. He's got 26 of them. He's the only player who's taken more than 20. Mason Rice will take one there and deliver the point. Tigers 4 points back. Mandic. Point Sacred Heart. Quality serve. And a free ball from Flynn. Kelly for Rice. And Mason Rice scores another for the Tigers. They would really like to not cough this set up. Dosanjh for Baranek. And it's Sacred Heart claiming a huge point. Standing at 5'9". Kelly, Rice, put back. Mason Rice.
Into the scene. Point, Princeton.
So Princeton 3 back. And the applause for Kyle Geschwin, this senior from Windham, New Hampshire. He will get out there. Dosach got it over, and the point alive. Dosach blocked from Whitfield, and it ping-pongs around. Here goes Princeton in system. Geschwin for Whitfield. He gets the assist on senior day, does Kyle Geschwin. And for Kyle Geschwin to potentially play a part in that, that'll be big. Puts that serve right in play. Rice. Geschwin, back to Rice. Geschwin. And Princeton has the point. It's Owen Mellon on the kill. Chance of G. Schwen. Dosach for Pop. That's a miss. 23-23.
I mean, this is definitely an unexpected turn in this set. And you can see the Princeton fans are definitely really excited about it.
G. Schwen gets that serve over. And he lets it go. Tigers have set point. And Kyle Geschwind has come onto the floor on his senior day and has made a huge impact in the third. He'll look to close out the set here. Princeton will play on. Warner starts off the fourth. His serve glances the tape. And there's a Johnson kill. Dosach the setup. And for Sacred Heart, they would love to jump out to another big cushion. Led by as much as 7 in that last set. Armando Sanch. Kelly for Vina. Smacks it down, Ryan Vina. It's Vina going to work. Twist that serve over to Mondic. Soares for Mondic. Trying to tip it over the triple. There goes Mason Rice, blocked. Kelly races in. Soares back out for Mondic. Rice puts it down. Mason Rice with the kill. Great rally on both ends, but Princeton wins it out. Third set was the first set where Princeton won out on the serve. Didn't get a single ace the first two. They had 2 aces in the third, so 1 for Sacred Heart. Nice play by Vina. There's Rice, and strays long to even us up 2-2.
Yeah, there's definitely a different energy on the court right now. I mean, Princeton's side has gained some momentum from the last set, and Sacred Heart is a little bit less dominant than they were in the first two.
Oh, Mason Rice with the soccer kick. Rice wins the joust, his 10th kill. Oh, no, they point the other way. Hang on. Oh, they say he went into it. For a moment, it looked like he had it. So it is 3-2 Sacred Heart. Mondich. Kelly is there for Mellon. And it's the Pioneers by 2. So their prowess on the serve had started to escape them there. Kelly. So Sanch. Back set Flynn. Probably could get him the ball a little more. That would be a good strategy. He's been really good when he's had his opportunities, both this weekend and throughout the season. Nice play by Warner. Up for Rice. He's had the hot hand, but he's blocked there. Try him again. And pop the point. And Mason Rice will serve. Chance to tie it up here. That was a big-time serve. Mason Rice firing everybody up. Rice took something off that, soars an overpass, and Whitfield a kill. Baranek. Kelly out for Warner. And Warner gets the point, going for Princeton, 8-7. Chow, the libero, comes in for Rowan Alvear. Princeton designated 2 liberos. Sacred Heart with 1 designated. So Sanch. Kelly. Scavina off the noggin of Soares.
And it looks like after that third set, Princeton's hitters have come out with a lot more aggression and just a lot more energy.
Sacred Heart had the chance to put them away. They could not. And now Princeton is on a roll. Angled well on the serve by Mellon. And Flynn nearly terminated the point. They get a free ball here. They go back to Flynn. And wow, Mellon. The block and the point for Sacred Heart. Really nice rally on both sides. Pop misfires on the serve. Princeton up 10-8, looking to force a 5th. Sam Schweisky out near the court, giving out instructions as Warner will serve. One of the 6 seniors playing their final game at Dillon Gym. Andee, right on through. Sacred Heart down a point. Kelly for Mellon. And Sacred Heart will take advantage of the attack error. And they're going to have to fix the antenna here. Well done. Josh Jones going over there, the linesman. Vina leaves it up there for Rice. And it's a Princeton point. Johnson was hugging the line, and he took the brunt of that swing for Mason Rice.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great swing, great adjustment by Mason Rice. He was about 12 feet off the net and was able to really swing that aggressively.
Ryan Vina, his team up 1. Dosanjh locates it. He's got Mandich there, and he puts it away. Mason Rice leading Princeton with 11 kills. Mandich has 13 the other way to lead Sacred Heart. Alvear, nice play. Rice, another one. Mason Rice having a big outing here today. Here's Kelly. Dosanjh. And Rice finds it. And through the triple, Baranek. All right, so we got a back and forth fourth set here. And it was 14-7 in the third. Sacred Heart was up and already having the 2-0 lead. Princeton came back, won it. And now this is anybody's. They'll go for Rice again. And he's just a little bit off target. And it will be a Princeton error. Whitfield. Dosanjh. Flynn gets that one through. Baranek. It's the serve over. Kelly for Vina. Off of Soares. And setter's dump for Dosanjh. He's loving it. A little celebration at the end of that one for the Aussie setter. Pop wasn't able to put that away. Dosanjh out there for the lefty. Mandich blocked. Dosanjh, the attack. And which side went into the net? It'll be a Sacred Heart point. Here's Pop. Alvear and serve receive. There's Kelly for Vina. Dosanjh, Mandich into a triple block. Princeton point.
So it looks like this might be another close set here.
Certainly going in that direction. Andrew Warner. Dosanjh, Mandich. They keep feeding him. And this time it's a Sacred Heart point. Rice puts it down. Princeton back within a point. His 13th kill. And it's Princeton on the block. 18 all. So Sacred Heart's got to dig deep here. With Princeton trying to even this up 2-2. Vina. Dosanjh. And Mandic, the response. That's his 15th kill. He had 18 last night. So over not even 9 sets, he's got 33 kills. He has been spectacular. And his serve is lethal too. Mandic. That's an ace. He's 5th. Oh. Dosanjh blocking a point. Mellon and Whitfield teaming up. Rice with the dig. There goes Mellon. Comes back over. Mellon will try again. Excellent effort from the Tigers. Dosanjh, back set. Flynn, Alvear down to the floor for it. Mellon shot that one back row. And Mandic, the termination to bring up match point. It is Rice. Soars. Off the high hands there. Chow. He goes for Mellon, and the Tigers score it. Won that point and the next. Now they've exhausted all their timeouts. Mason Rice takes a big breath. Last serve went in off the tape. And he overcooks the serve, and the Pioneers will leave the Dillon Gym with 2 wins in hand. Sacred Heart catches its breath after Princeton puts up one heck of a fight.